have a funny story I want to share with you. And this, I think, is very telling about people viewing your health journey. Now, I have had many clients tell me over the years how they receive resistance from people around them as they are trying to make their lives and their bodies and their minds and souls more healthy. And it breaks my heart because they feel typically when that happens, when someone is trying to sabotage you, asking questions, what's your problem? I was like, oh, you think you can do that? Belittling you for trying to get healthy. It's an insecurity on their part. It has nothing to do with you. You got to do you, boo, because this is about you. This is where you get to be egocentric, but not really, because when you become more centered on your health, mentally, physically, and spiritually and emotionally, you're actually doing a service to the world. You're going out into the world and just bringing your best self. You're thinking more clearly, you're calmer, you're feeling empowered, you're more readily to compliment someone and feel good about other people when you're healthy. So this amused me to no end. When I was visiting, I went shopping and I was in Canada and I parked in a very snowy lot. And there was a new line of cars. And so we at the very end of the parking lot, and it was like minus 15 degrees Celsius. So do the conversion, but it was freaking cold. So I scampered into a spot and it's snow. There's snow all over you. There's no lines. So what I did was they had little partitions at the end of each spot. So I just lined my car up with the concrete barrier thing. That looked like a parking space to me. When I came back to my car, someone had taken the time to put this above my door handle in my window. Attention, you parked like an idiot. Flip over to see the reason. Someone actually, first of all, carries these around with them. I don't know what this says about that person. I'm not going to judge because I don't know them. I don't know them. But they are policing all the poor parkers of the world. And dang it, you're going to know it. So I flipped it over. Here it is. You park like an idiot for the following reasons. I only had one reason. Taking more than one spot. Now, as I explained, I had no idea where the spots were when I pulled in. I just pulled into what looked like a spot. And comments, be considerate. Does anyone else see the irony in this? Does anyone else? You don't know my story. I don't know his or her story. I have no idea. But when people are judging you without knowing all the details, and you do not need to explain those details. You just do not. You do not need to explain those details. They're passing judgment on you. This person, I thought I was terribly amused at this. This just was on so many levels. Wow. It cracked me up. First of all, I wish I had this much time on my hands. I wish I had this much extra time on my hands. Actually, no, I'd probably take up knitting or avalanche discovery or I don't know, something that seems more fruitful. But don't let people out to belittle you define who you are. This card comes in all shapes and sizes. This card tells you're wrong for what you believe, whether it be politics, religion, how you feel about yourself, what you can and can't do, what is right for you, what is wrong for you. People are going to judge. God bless. This is where we have a conversation. But you never feel a need to explain why you want to be healthy. You don't need to explain that to anyone. You just have to, I don't know what you need, but when you start loving on yourself, when you start feeling confident in your choices, when you start to calm yourself down, when you realize that you can't change people around you, but you have endless resources right here inside of you, that is where your meaningful change begins, because you're taking autonomy over your thoughts, your words, and your deeds. And let's face it, y'all, that's all that we have dominion over, is our thoughts, words, and deeds. That's it. So let them, as Mel Robbins says, let them do them. Let them put their little cards on here, which is a lot nicer than an angry confrontation. I thought this was actually quite polite, only in Canada. And yeah, and if I had taken more than one spot, that had I knowingly done that, I might think, oh yeah, that wasn't considered, because I'm not thinking, because I will judge other people who do that, like blatantly. But yes, this has nothing to do with you. So God bless the little card giver. God bless the people criticizing you. God bless the people who just feel threatened by what you're doing, even though you're not doing anything other than taking care of yourself. God bless. Because at the end of the day, you got to take care of you. They've got to take care of them. And when we can communicate, and when we can help each other understand one another, not explain, but understand and give people grace, I think that's what really is going to change things for the better. Because sometimes I do park like an idiot. Just ask my daughter.